everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Today the portal is glowing red, and hang on one second, we gotta just pull this. We gotta get this one out of the way. Okay, that's fine. It was just a rare. That's fine. We needed to drop one shard here because here we go. Welcome to my birthday shard pulls in Raid Shadow Legends. It's not my birthday today. It was my birthday yesterday, and I was 35 years old. Which is nice. My sister told me in 15 years you'll be 50, which is a little shocking. But there you are. It's true. It's true. So yeah, I grabbed up one of the packs there today. I think it had 7 shards in it. I don't know if it was even expensive or not. I didn't look. I just thought, hey, that works out well. Let's have a bit of fun with the video. We have obviously 2x for epic, legendary, and mythical. This makes it pretty much the best time as of the current paradigm of the game to pull your Primal Shards. If you are earlier game, if you struggle to complete events, you might want to save Primals to try to complete events for guaranteed champions or fusions or champion souls. You know, something that's giving you certain value. But over time, if you can pull in these 2x's, not only are you getting way more epics, a good chunk more legendaries, but crucially getting those mythicals. As I said, I will mention again, because I do think it's important if you are a later game player and you've got some mythicals already, I do think that they will probably put in some more 10x events for mythicals over the course of the year, probably new ones or maybe really hype ones. So you might prefer to go for those as we get later into 2026. But being realistic, I mean, most of you are going like, Nub, listen, I just want a damn mythical, bro. I don't care which one. Just give me something, please. So yeah, in that case, if that is you, which it probably is, you want the 2x. I also think, I'm speculating, I really do think that Void Mythicals will probably come later in the year. And I think if they do a Void Mythical shard like this shard, I think they should do it as a different shard. It could be nice as a way to get more Void Epics and more Void Legendaries, even though it will likely take you a very long time to actually get Void Mythicals from it. We do have potentially 2 Remnant summons here as well. All the rest, I could summon Basim if I want. Actually, quick gander. Where are we? How's the champion chase looking? Okay, we need 42,000 points. This is a decent chunk. Well, someone's already got there. We need a decent chunk to get all of the Titan event points. I think I've got 35 primals. I think I'm probably going for this, right? I'm not sure. Primal, off the top of my head, they're probably only worth, I would guess. Someone can tell me the actual maths. I'd guess something like 100, 120 points each on average, something like that. But I'm not sure. I think ancients in a 2x are 53. And a primal is like twice as good as an ancient, so I'm guessing like 100, 106, but I could be wrong. Someone can tell me the right answer. Let's pull these individually. Here we go. Year number 1. Oh, we got to start with the blue. There's going to be a lot of blue, and that's fine. But if you ever do get a mythical, whenever you eventually get one, hey, a legendary's not bad. It's a Skartorsis. I don't remember if I have him. I've certainly never built nor used him. Let's take a look. Speed, he's got a really nice aura, to be fair. Remove all debuffs from allies, heal them, and fills their turn meters. The amount, you can tell he's very old. It just says the amount by which they're healed increases according to the number of debuffs removed. And the same thing for turn meter. I mean, you could first of all just say the amount by which each ally is healed and has their turn meter filled is increased according to the number of debuffs removed. You could really shorten that down, but hey, it is what it is. We don't know how much you get healed, how much it increases by. You just know that it does increase, which is a bit funny. Yeah. 4 turn cooldown, debuff removal, heal and turn meter boost. It's okay. Increased attack, increased crit rate. You guys, I did a whole video ranting about increased crit rate. I think it's an absolutely terrible buff, which is useless. But increased attack is nice, but increased attack on a 3 turn. The A1 is decent. AoE attack with a 50-50 to steal a random buff. I do like that. So yeah, Skartorsis, will I use him still? No. Those ratings are maybe a bit harsh. I think it's the thing with ratings, right? If a champion is disappointing, people tend to rate them incredibly harshly. If the champion is exciting, they tend to rate them incredibly highly. And sometimes it doesn't always correlate all that well. Deacon, cool. I'd say a great example of that would be Arakoa Moonspinner. If anyone happens to pull her this weekend, I think she's a really nice mythical, but she has absolutely terrible reviews because I think people were a bit disappointed by her. But they don't reflect, I think, the reality. We pull the Deacon. Deacon, I mean, he's obviously extremely one of the best epics in the game. Here we go. Here we go. What's my birthday? Hey, it's a new mythical. Alaz the Sun Bearer. The bearer of birthday luck. What? We're on 35 and now have 28. Oh, I'm blocking it. We have 28 remaining. So this is year 7. 7 years old. A young whippersnapper. Alaz is brand new. I don't remember if I have a soul for him. Alaz is cool. Yeah, he is pretty cool. He can certainly be decent for I'm just wondering, will I use him much? Defense nuker, I certainly could. I mean, there is the possibility, right? I've got Marius and Gallius, who I do think are better in arena. So a little limited in terms of who I've got, who I can use. However, there is the possibility that Marius could be repurposed as like this super fast nuker who's there to remove Stone Skin and Total Guard. Could do that. And then Alaz could get that nuker gear. So that's definitely something to look at in the next couple of months for sure. As Total Guard and Mercurial becomes just more and more common. But he has a single target provoke for 2 turns that can't be resisted if their HP is low. Then counterattack on the team for 2 turns and block damage for 1 turn. Powerful move. Like if the enemy is overly protected by whatever Stone Skin, you can sit in that. His A2 is the big nuke, increased defense, then it's an AoE hit. Now, this either hits ridiculously hard or just very hard. If he triggers an extra hit, so if targets have less than 50% HP after the first hit, this hits insanely hard. Now, he doesn't have to push them below 50% himself. So, for example, if you are fighting Demon Lord or Chimera, which has a massive health bar, yeah, you can just wait until a few days, or well, a few hours into Demon Lord, or a day or 2 into Chimera, whatever it takes until a few people have attacked it. And so long as the boss is below 50%, he will always do the extra hit against Chimera, which is super handy. So that is pretty cool, and he will destroy some max HP. His A1, extra hit if the target's under shield and ignores shields. A bit niche, but cool. And then he gets defense every time he counterattacks up to 100%, which is strong. So he gets stronger over the course of a fight. I mean, I feel like with Alaz, he typically hits so hard on this A2, he tends to just wipe out enemy teams very quickly. You don't get to see this happen, I think, too often. Yeah, grand. And then his alternate form, I do think is a little bit... I hope that Plarium does buff this alternate form at one point. Probably the first thing I ever said when I saw this champion was, wow. Visually, this alternate form is quite possibly the coolest looking champion in the entire game. And then I saw him in actual gameplay, and I said, wow. This champion is probably the shortest champion I've ever seen in the entire game. He looks like he's this like 8 foot, 9 foot tall, massive, like just Norse god. Like he looks insane. And then you see him and he's like, you know, it's the dating profile height versus height in real life. You see him and you're like, bro, you're like 5'6". What the fuck's going on here? I don't know. Maybe he's like 6 foot or something, but he's not a giant. He is just like normal human size. And, you know, you don't really see that he's about twice as wide as I am when you see him in his arm. You could fit like 3 of my arms into 1 of his, you know. You don't really see that in the game. So I really think they need to just make his model bigger. They did it before with Iron Brago. I don't know if that was because of me. I did complain about Iron Brago when he came out that he was too small, but they did make Iron Brago bigger. So there is hope and there is precedent that they could make him bigger. That's the most important fix, because you want him to look cool. Now, I think he could do with a bit of a buff here. 4-turn cooldown just fully restores allies destroyed max HP and heals them based off his max HP, puts out strength and increased resist. It's sort of a Chimera champion, I'd say, here. But then this is Arena, where he's AoE burn, can't be resisted if enemies are under Stone Skin, then activates burn on Stone Skin and puts true fear on all enemies. And then his A1 does an extra hit on enemies under burn. It is an AoE A1. He gets more HP for defense in his alternate form, And he makes fears stronger if they're under burn. He gives them an extra 20%, so it brings them from 50% chance to activate to 70%. Kind of interesting. I guess the point of him would be, the enemy team is all under Stone Skin. I flip over, I AoE burn, they can't resist it, I activate it, I remove all the Stone Skins because burn does extra damage, and then I put True Fear, and the True Fear with the burn has a higher chance of activating, which is pretty cool. I think you need like the Incinerate Blessing and a very high level. Again, you guys know it's one of my favorite things in game designs. Just whole champion kits or builds which don't really work unless you've got a very specific high level blessing or a very specific relic. That's always fun. Yeah, I think that's where he is. Yeah, I think he could be okay there. For Chimera, he comes in. He does have strength, and increased resist is fairly unusual. And then he brings in a burn, and a True Fear is kind of all right as well. So he does bring a bit of stuff. He is quite good for Chimera because increased defense is another trial. Physically hitting hard is a trial. Counterattacks is a trial. Block damage is a trial. So he does do quite a few Chimera trials, and he could ramp up his defense. I remember when I tested him in Hydra, initially I was like, oh, what if we flip between his forms? Is that good for Hydra, right? Restore our destroyed max HP, put out some burns. He's got the AoE A1. Maybe we just keep flipping between his forms and Hydra. It's going to be great. I found out you just leave him in his base form and he does more damage, right? There's not really much point in flipping him. But yeah, that is Alaz. I think he is good. I'm certainly happy because he's new. I've got quite a few mythicals at this point, so getting something new is pretty hype. I don't think he is super insane. He's very vulnerable to lockout, so Fabians and Crixias is a problem. There are more ignore block damage champs these days. He's good. And Stone Skin is also less common. He's very good. I suppose the counterattack in the A1 could be quite strong against Total Guard as well. That's worth considering. I think he's good, but he's not the best of the best, where he might have been that hype one day. But he's very nice. I'll definitely have to look into it. We'll take a look at the souls after this. Let's keep going. Pretty happy to get one, and it's new, to be honest. I was really thinking, hey, we'll get a duplicate. We still have 25 mythicals to go. We still have a chance to get another. Am I expecting another? No, definitely not. But there's a decent chance, and we'll see. Kinagashi, she is your Shadowkin Reviver. She's all right. She's got a bad ally attack, but it is an okay turn meter boost. It's all right. And then she can decrease turn meter A1. I ended up needing to use her for a bit of Shadowkin Faction Wars for sure, and she was decent, but she's not phenomenal, obviously. Stout Axeman. If you said, Nub, I'll give you 1,000,000 Primal Shards if you tell me what Stout Axeman does, I couldn't tell you. Wagonbane actually is all right. She's got a decreased defense, which was useful for, I think, one spider tournament they did once, which was like orcs only, and it's like, there's no decreased defense champ. And it's like, oh, hang on, Wagonbane can decrease defense the spider boss, and you're good. Oh no, I don't know if I ever built her in the end. You'd only need her. We're getting a bunch of rares now, really. We've got 20 Primal Shards left. That means 20 mythical champions, surely. Got ourselves an epic Anax. He was pretty infamous back in the day. Big Demon Lord damage dealer. Big single target hit with weaken. Double hit with decreased accuracy and 3-turn poison on each hit. So 2 3-turn poisons. Then he's got decreased defense A1. You've got decreased defense weaken, and you've got some poisons. The decreased accuracy, not so big for Demon Lord. But yeah, one problem for him was if his HP went below 10%, he'd get an extra turn, and that would break your speed tune. So you kind of need to run him in a block damage comp or something really tanky. But he can work. He can self-buff stuff when he drops low as well. He's a pretty interesting champion. But yeah, if you're running like unkillable teams, which people were doing a good bit back. Another Deacon. You know, Deacon's like, talk about me, bro. Everyone's talking about you enough, bro. Move on. Yeah, Anax is kind of interesting. I wonder if any of you guys use him for Faction Wars. Probably some people do. Pounder. Nice. Okay, another rare. I think we've 15. Yeah, we still have 15 Primal Shards. That's 15 mythical champions right there. They're coming. Okay, we got a rare. Maiden. Excellent. Okay. Is it 15 mythicals or 15 rares? So far, it's 15 rares. Anointed. All right. we'll see where we are on points as well. We're just going to pull all of these. Again, 35 plus 1. Primal Shards for my birthday. And then we'll see where we are if we want to pull the Remnants. We could pull the Remnants for sure. We've pulled 25. Actually, I might have pulled some... Ooh, the lag there got me. It's a Kale. 10 Mythical Champions remaining. 10 Mythical Champions left. Here we go. There we go. Mythical number 1, it's Sentinel. Excellent. Mythical number 2. 10 remaining. It is Tree Feller. Mythical number 3. Whoa. I was a little bit sad. I had a bit of that midlife crisis hitting 35 because I was like, oh man, getting old, like the gap from 20. Like in my head, I'm sort of still 20, you know? And I was like, wow, we've gone quite a bit further than that. And then I realized I have come a long way, an awful long way since then, a very long way. But yeah, I think one of the things that cheered me up was like 35 is like the peak, your mental peak. It's where you're at your career in the next like 10, 15 years will be like super good. And I was like, okay, that cheered me up a lot. I was like, that's all right. Your body will start to fail in the future, but oh, a legendary. Oh, it's another Kalvalax. That's cool. I have a few of these already. This is a champion that's definitely one of the few champions in the game where I like to have 2 of them. I generally don't enjoy duplicate champions all that much, but with Kalvalax, it makes sense. The reason is he puts out 4 poison debuffs. So if you run 2 of them together, you're putting out 8 poison debuffs, which is cool. Obviously, if you ran a third one, you could, but there's 10 debuff maximum. So the third one is, you know, you're hitting the cap there. You're only getting the 10, but double Kalvalax with like a Narma or something like that. Narma, the return now, can blow up the poisons. You can really speed farm like Night Revenants, or you can speed farm waves, dungeon waves, Doom Tower waves, that sort of thing. Pretty sick, pretty cool. Yeah, also he's very strong for Arena, obviously. Doesn't work at all against Stone Skin, doesn't work at all against Total Guard, so it is a bit niche, but when you've got champions like, let's say, Arbiter is a perfect example, who tends to just be running speed, or Shuzen, again, another example. Champions who just tend to run in full speed gear, and they've got no defensive sets whatsoever. These poisons can basically just one-shot them. It's like a Hegemon. He tends to be more reliable than Hegemon, but you do have to have the Arachnelixir relic, and you do need to have a good blessing on him. Hegemon is a bit more independent, although he does like, you know, a damage blessing is good. And with Hegemon, certainly, you know, a good damage relic makes a big difference. But Hegemon's a little more independent, I'd say, than Kalvalax, who's very blessing and relic dependent. But if you do have the blessing and relic, he is more consistent and he does a lot of damage. Thing is, once he does that, it's sort of it. He can put out an extra poison, which can do a decent chunk of damage. I feel like he's too much about his passive. Like, this is an enemy max HP hit, but it just doesn't hit very hard. I do feel like they could, you know, this would be an interesting champion to come back and buff at some point, to be honest, to make his actual actives do stuff. You just tend to not really care. His A1 is often even the best because he can increase the duration of poisons, which is strong. His other moves are a bit shit, to be honest. He's got a good aura, he's got a good passive. You tend to just build him loads of attack, loads of accuracy, and then 0 speed, and just slap him there. You don't even need to book him. You don't need to do anything. Just leave him. But yeah, I have them built already. So it might be Faction Guardians. Might save him. I don't know. Here we go. That was year 34. Here we are. 35 years old. How good is the 35th year of, or 36th year of my life going to be? So I suppose pulling all those shards made sense. So yeah. All right. We got Life Taker. Oh. That's ominous. Let's X that off straight away. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. The implications are disturbing. Wow, look at that, guys. We pulled 30. So I had saved up 29 Primal Shards. I bought an additional 7. We pulled 36. We got a mythical champion, and we did not make it. I think we didn't even make it close. We didn't even get close to this. That's insane, right? That's crazy. It shows you the primals are actually not that good. Like I said, I think they are about equal to... I think they are probably then about double an ancient shard, I think, which is sort of the same as a void shard. A void shard's about double an ancient shard in terms of points. But obviously primals are like double the price as void shards and probably twice as hard to get as void shards. I don't know, maybe more, maybe I haven't really compared the amounts of each that you get recently, but yeah, right. We could do our fragment summon up to 76 in Axia fragments, by the way. I haven't quite finished. And let me actually go do it real quick, because I think I missed one of the, not Curse City. I have finished Curse City though. I missed one of the, I think there's a red thing here somewhere. Oh no, there he is. Yeah, okay. Let me do this real fast, and we'll do 2 Remnant summons, because why the hell not? Let's do it. Right, it doesn't take long to clear stages at the end of Cursed City, that's for sure. Grand, cool. Okay, we have, not Cursed City, Grim Forest. Doesn't take long. We have 2 Remnant summons. I did get Aphidus from them semi-recently, so I don't think we're anywhere probably near Mercy, but I think it is nice. Mercy does build up a lot quicker these days, so it is 24 times, but you can get 2 from, if you clear Grim Forest and Cursed City hard. I think the Grim Forest is probably easier than Cursed City hard, like, because you got a lot of the 40 and Soul Cross are quite difficult, but you know, I think even like a mid-game player has a chance to, you know, beat Leshen. It's possible, and pick up at least some. But if you're maxing out everything, you do now get 4 per month. 4 of these per month. So instead of taking, so what? You need to do 24 to hit Mercy. With 4, so you're looking at 6 months to hit Mercy. And then obviously it builds up it only increases it by 1%. So it might take you another 6 months to actually get your Mythical, but you'll definitely get there compared to where it was before. But it's basically twice as fast, which is lovely. Twice as fast is a nice improvement. It's still very much the gamble, still very much luck, but yeah, it improves. All right, we got ourselves an epic. Oh my god, it's another Deacon Armstrong. Okay, great. And can we get another Deacon Armstrong? Another? I thought we did for a second, but no, we got a Karam. So 2 more epics. I mean, it is 500 points. It's not enough though. I don't know. We might, I might buy some more Primal Shards, maybe. I might over the weekend. Maybe do another pull video, maybe for fun. We will see. Otherwise, I'll probably just finish this off with. I think I've got some. I pull all my Void Shards for the Void weekend thing. I've got lots of Broadmaw fusions in the bank. Actually, not that many. I only have 3. So not that many actually. But we've got a few in there. So. Yeah, all right. We've done some of the Pelop stuff. I'm progressing nicely on that. Seeing as I'm doing this summon event, I had enough primals. But gosh, it's really shocking how many you need. I will probably do the Pelops, probably do the whole Pelops Titan event at this point. Skip the next summoning event. Watch it be a guaranteed champ, and I kind of have to do it. We'll see. But yeah, the red dot, we've got 1 red dot today, and it is Alaz the Sunbearer. That is a nice one. Very nice. Very, very good. I will take it. Man, I have, what I've got, you guys know, I spend money on pretty much all these Primal events, but I've got, 13? He's my 14th, sorry, I'm blocking him. My 14th Mythical. And they're all unique. I've not pulled a duplicate. Oh, there are some more shard packs. Do I want to drop like $100 for another bit? I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it. I'm not going to do it in this video. I think it's nice and clean, the 35 for 35 years. Do it. Let's keep it. But do I have a soul? Is the other question. Do I have an Alaz? I've got a 4-star. Hey, that's actually probably fine. Yeah, sure, his lightning cage at 5-star will be nice, but he doesn't massively need the accuracy, really, or the resistance, and speed is nice, but not crucial. The 4-star is probably the most important thing, so yeah, screw it. Let's get him ascended. We do have a champion training tournament, so why not? Ooh, I've 1 mythical tome. We got champion training. Why not? Beautiful. It went into the A2. You love to see it. What's the A3 get? Oh, ignore resistance. Okay, we definitely want the cooldowns on both of these and 20% damage on the A1, right? So I need some more mythical books for him, but not so bad. You know what? Let's just barrel him up. Yeah, I think that's that tournament done. We're going full Kraken mode right here, right now, fellas. Full Kraken mode. But yeah, I will look into Alaz. I guess I'll just do a video, an updated video on him regardless. But yeah, champion training done. We got our nice 4-star basalt in there. Lovely. I think we just about scraped it as well, so that's cool. Yeah, great. There we go. I will get his masteries done, and yeah, build him up, and we'll do a showcase video. Maybe this weekend, maybe during the week. Maybe this weekend. There he is. There's my nice mythical collection. Not a duplicate in sight, which is kind of extraordinary, to be honest. For Alaz, by the I think we just go Lightning Cage. I mean, I don't really think there's a choice with him. Yeah, just try protect his block damage, his counter attack, his increased defense, his stone skin. Yeah. So there we go. Thank you for watching, fellas. I wish you good luck as well. I hope you pull your mythical in as few shards as it took me. And yeah, I mean, let me know. Do you think I should do another Primal Shard opening this weekend? I'm pretty 50-50 about it, to be honest. So it depends if you guys want to see it. Like, I could buy and pull some more. I could skip it. I don't know. I'll see how many videos I've got potentially coming out over the weekend. We'll see. But let me know your thoughts. Because that would, sure, if you guys are like, yeah, if you you guys want to enable the gambling addiction, right? You have the power, whether you wish to use it or not. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. Yeah, all right, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.